vision possible for your life because you become what you believe.
Dig deep down and ask yourselves, who do you want to be?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to it. It's in the game with Mpixo P, the greatest, and this is Free State Online Network. And welcome to it, man. And what an interesting time to be alive because, listen, we've just seen the first of the Premier's Cup, and which is something we're going to talk about today. I'm so excited. You know, there are teams that are surprising me. I'm not expecting what I'm seeing, but I'm loving what I'm seeing. And all this started on Friday, the 22nd of March, and continued on Sunday, the 24th of March. And we're going to have the finals on the 30th of March, which is where we expect you as our viewers to come through in numbers to support the teams that are playing in the semifinals as well as the finals. But in the studio with us, I've got MOSA DLADLA, who's part of, SAFA in the Free State, to chat a bit about, the Premier's Cup. MOSA, welcome to Free State Online channel.
Good afternoon, Mpixo. How are you?
No, I'm good. The last time we had a chat actually was when I was still on the other radio station. Remember?
I was like, no, but your voice sounds familiar. I think I had just taken office in the province, and then I had an interview with you.
Yes.
No, I remember it.
At least you still remember that. That was a way back. But but let's talk about the Premier's Cup. Ooh. I'm super excited. How has it been so far for you guys, as the organizing committee? I know it must be hectic, having to play, on two venues at a time, just to try to minimize costs for teams, which we know, like in the ABC Motsepe League, it's not really easy to run a team because financially it's a burden. But for you guys, how has it been from the very beginning, before we even knew that this is coming?
As you indicated, as you're saying now and giving this introduction, I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
Because this is big. This is bigger than any of us can ever imagine.
Yeah.
It's been exciting, stressful, as you say. It's an inaugural program or event, so having to start afresh and not knowing which direction to take, it's been quite stressful but exciting. We're learning in the process together with the Department of Sports. They're leading this whole thing, and I'm just coming in with the technical side of things at the fields. That's where I'm at. But yeah, it's exciting and tiring at the same time.
I know I come from the media point of view, and I'm just sitting there enjoying the game. But what could be the most challenging thing, with preparing such a big tournament?
Look, it's all the aspects that you need to look into. There's your EMS, firstly. There's you ensuring that the teams are catered for, the attire that the teams need to have on a particular day, referees' attire, us ensuring that, like you said, it's via the venues, the different venues in the districts, that we collaborate and communicate properly with our colleagues that side. So we all need to present a united front. It all needs to be in sync. So yeah, it's been one of those, and the meetings to ensure a seamless tournament have been like a bit crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a process that I'm personally enjoying and getting to learn a lot about.
Most definitely, when you're passionate about something, I mean, it's quite easier to flow through even in the challenges, which sometimes I probably believe that you don't even see the challenges. You just think, it's one of those.
Yeah.
But, let's look into how the whole idea of this tournament, if you have that information, came about, and, what inspired the whole concept.
From our point of view as a federation, I want to believe that, as we were talking about Ntete Madonna now and his experience within the federation, he presented something, I think, to the MEC a while back, and the HOD, Ntete Chabalala, was still at the MEC's office. But coupled with that request from his side, the teams also went to Ntete Chabalala to say, look, we in the ABC team league, and therefore we need assistance. Is there a way that you can assist? And I think this is how it came about between the two offices, the federation and the teams. So Ntete Chabalala was like, maybe this could work. And then he gave us a call to say, let's sit and plan this thing. because your teams are coming here, and also there's been word that a proposal of some sort has been presented that other side.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how it came about.
Man, that's quite crazy to think that something like this has been in the pipeline for quite some time, you know, in so many, you know, offices and so many thoughts of different people. It shows that people are passionate about the ABC Motsepe in the province. You know, this tournament is made up of ABC Motsepe teams, right? Why specifically like the ABC Motsepe League teams? Because somebody might be playing in a lower division and feeling that they deserve an opportunity to, you know, when you look at the benefits of it, they would feel this might even make our you know, team run smoothly and easier financially even.
Yeah, like I said, we may be taking it as a pilot to say, because they were happy to buy office in your premier to say, HOD to say, can we get help, the teams that is. So it's taken from that point to say, let's help these people, the teams in the ABC. Happy coupled with Virginia and the Chabalala, or the department, so wanting to see an NFD team or promoting to the NFD. It was a non-brainer really to say let's help the ABC with the expectation that it will grow bigger than this. It will be bigger than the ABC itself, with the inclusion of other leagues coming into the fore in the future.
Look, I during the launch, I had the premier, you know, touch on the idea of maybe going forward, we might even see other sporting codes coming in. I know with you as SAFA, your main focus is in football. How has the reception been of this tournament so far, as we know that we've already had 2 legs already having played? How's the reception from the community, you know, as per your expectations as the organizers?
The turnout has been great. I'll just speak from the point of the facilities that we've been attending, or Clive Solomon rather, where we attended the first leg. The turnout has been great. I think it's exciting, man. People are hungry for football. So it turned out better than we expected, but the 30th is what we are focusing on, because now it will not just be about the teams but the spectators too. So yeah, we're hoping for a great outcome for the finals, but so far so good. I think the engagement and the word spreading has been great on the social media. I check on the team's social medias, it's saying we are going. Even in Botshabelo yesterday, I think Palami in 8 and went to go check the games. So we are very lucky. We are very lucky to have the 12th supporter, or the 12th men out there that is very passionate about football.
Yo, when you talk about Botshabelo, I was quite impressed, you know, seeing those Spartans fans, seeing those Siwelele fans coming out in numbers. I didn't see much of Kopsi's fans though. Hopefully they were there.
I guess they were there.
But it was quite exciting there, you know, with the results that came out. But we'll touch on that a little bit later on. But for now, I want us to take a quick break. When we come back from the break, Musa, I just want us to touch a little bit on different aspects of the tournament. The logo, what inspired the logo, you know, the presentation there by the launch was one of the most exciting things for me personally, you know, because this logo says a lot. It's the message behind it. But we'll touch on it when we come back from the break. Now let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're definitely touching on the logo and all the benefits that comes with this tournament. I think you heard I've been touching on the financial benefits and all. Let's hear what the teams will be getting or have got, you know, as far as money is concerned. So let's go to a break. We're coming back. Ayo.
Dig deep down and ask yourselves, who do you want to be?
Welcome back to In the Game with Mpixo P, the greatest, and we are in the second segment on a conversation that we're having with MOSA, the Premier's Cup, That's the topic. Listen, we as the media people, we play a very important role to making sure that we inform you about all these things that are happening in the Free State. So when we do inform you, just make sure that you be a part of them, because on the 30th, I said it, semi-finals and finals. I'm super excited for that. But Osmosa is still with us. Osmosa, let's look into the benefits of the teams. I know, participation fee alone, 100K for each team. That commitment is such a big commitment. But what are the benefits really when we put it out in financial benefits?
Yes, as you indicated, each team will be receiving 100,000 K. So that is hopefully aimed or will be aimed at helping them to further progress whatever their teams or the club itself would be wanting to achieve. So for us, we're hoping that it's a stepping stone for them in us as a federation moving into a one stream. That money should help. But if we do get some more from the government as they had committed, that will also be a plus for our team, because like you said, the presentation did state that we currently have 2 streams, and compared to the other 2 provinces, we can't compete. If we have like 18 games compared to 36, we can't really compete or go out there and say we want to have an NFD team, whereas our teams are less prepared than their counterparts in other provinces. Yeah, but that's what they're getting, 100,000 from the generosity of the Premier and the HOD.
So in terms of, with tournaments, we know when you progress, there's more like an amount of money that you get, for making it into the quarterfinals. There's an amount of money that you make it for getting into the semis, and the ultimate winner works with a certain amount of money. Would there be such incentives, as the teams progresses to the final and finally us getting a champion out of this tournament?
I think that the 100K is what they're getting throughout the tournament. It is a knockout. So I think if it were to be a round robin, for instance, then for each stage that they progress to, maybe there would have been something. Yeah. But to keep it a bit exciting, and like I said, the pilot project also to see how we need to run it, or we need to tweak and improve in the next coming segments. But for now, no, it's just the 100,000 K and the prizes at the top. So the last 4 that are going for the finals on Saturday, they are guaranteed something. Yeah. Yeah, I think all of them are guaranteed to walk away with something. So with 25,000 being a guarantee. Yeah. Yeah, because obviously one of them will have to walk away with it. Yeah. One of the 4 teams. Yeah.
25K. So on top of the 100,000, somebody's gonna get 25K on top of that. But let's talk about the logo. Like I said earlier on, the logo has got such a special message in it. What inspired the logo, and what's the message behind the logo?
With the logo, I think we had 3 options. And of course, the designers from the communication side of the department came and presented, but when they spoke to the second one, we were all sold. We were all sold. And how they broke it down was there's a crown on top if you look onto the logo. The cup represents a 2-sphere thing. It's a cup and the 3-legged pot, Padikotanwa, that would use outside on the fire. And then the ball itself, which represents the football aspect of the tournament. So with the crown, the representation is there, that one of the Premier's office, or the Premier himself as a superior authority in the province, and the cup obviously being named after him. And then with the cup itself, obviously that's what the winner will walk away with. And then Madikwatana, or the 3-legged pot, is where our talent is brewing. I think from that aspect, it sold us to say, yes, ABC is a developmental league. Yes, and then that pot represents where we are now, and hopefully we'll still carry it through, because we're planning on touching base with the lower leagues too. So if we are given a chance to involve them, I think that will still carry through the logo itself. And then the ball itself represents our clubs and their commitment to the federation and the football itself.
Yeah. And I saw the cup. The cup as well is quite beautiful. I love it. It's not really complicated. Like I love simplicity. What also inspired the cup as well?
We can't keep it. It can't be complicated. We want it to be as simple as possible, to represent, not have those different designs. So they needed to keep it as simple as possible. But again, it's a pilot, this project that we have embarked on. So maybe with the coming years, everything will be bigger and better going forward.
Is it going to rotate, or from one champion to the other, or they keep it and then we have another cup next year?
No, there's two. There's actually two. There's one that floats, a floating trophy, and then there's a miniature version of the floating trophy.
Yeah.
So the winning team will walk away with the miniature version. And I don't know, between the Premier's office or the HOD's office, or maybe even ours, will keep it. Or maybe it will rotate between the three offices.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Look, MOSA, I can imagine, like, in tournaments like this, when I touched on incentives earlier on, I forgot to touch on the top goal scorer. Maybe, there are players who are going to check this interview out and ask themselves, hey, if you shop at 10 goals, I'm the only one shopping 10 goals. Will I be getting something? Are they going to have maybe a special, trophy, a special incentive also for the players that do well in the tournament?
Yes, there is allocations for your top goal scorers, promising player of the tournament, your coach of the tournament, this team of the tournament, whoever displays the spirit that we want as a Free State, about footballing people. The team will also get, what else? There's referee, there's assistant of the tournament. So I think every part of, or every aspect of the football sphere is captured. But yes, you do get those individual awards for the players.
Listen, there are those individual awards for the players, but for now, let's go into a quick break. When we come back, we are chatting more, looking into the tournament that started on Friday, and on Saturday is the finals. Who is going to the semis and the final? And I don't know which team is Osmosa's favorite so far. I'm putting her on the corner. I know she wouldn't want to say that's her favorite team, but I've already got mine. My favorite team is out there. I think if you follow me somewhere, somehow, you know which team is my favorite. But let's take a break, and we are definitely coming back.
Dig deep down and ask yourselves, who do you want to be?
Listen, the last 4 teams are ready, and they're ready to go. Super Eagles, Spartans, Bloemfontein Celtic, and the third one? The fourth one?
Sibanye
Golden Stars.
Yes.
Yeah, Sibanye Golden Stars. They are all ready. But the most important thing is who's going to be playing who and what's going to be happening on Saturday. What can we expect? Is there going to be entertainment? Because I know for sure we are bound to start very early. Osmosa, let's start with these 4 teams that we just spoke about. In terms of, Hans locking now, who's going to be playing against who?
Okay, in the first game at 9 o'clock, I want to believe we have Super Eagles versus Spartans, and then the second one will be Bloemfontein Celtic versus Sibanye. So yeah, that's the first lineup. So whoever obviously loses, and then we'll play the third and fourth at 11. No, at 12. At 12 o'clock, and then the last one will be at 4 o'clock. The final will be at 4 o'clock.
So in between, these games, I know there will be stadium announcers and all of that. Are we going to see any type of entertainment, for the fans that are going to come out? Because I believe this is a big weekend. This is like an Easter weekend. It's a long weekend for many. Schools are closed, and definitely we're going to see numbers out there.
Yeah, there is entertainment planned for the spectators. There'll be artists performing in between the games, whether it's before or during the halftime, but there'll definitely be entertainment. There'll also be a form of entertainment where we engage with the fans on the pitch. I think they plan to start it at 9 o'clock in the first game. So Libona, they'll be like doing a mini tournament of their own, to say whoever wins in the first round at 9 o'clock will then proceed all the way to to 4 o'clock in the finals. So there is that kind of entertainment that will be there. As for the prizes, it's a surprise for anyone or the particular spectators that will be taking part. But there are definitely prizes.
Now this means that if you enter the competition, you are stuck with the whole tournament.
Yep, you need
throughout
to
the
be
day.
there throughout the day.
You can't sleep, you can't do nothing, you can't disappear. You must always, guard your sport. But very important, what are the do's and don'ts for our viewers, for our supporters when they come to the stadium? Because I think we must also remind them of these are the things you can bring, these are the things you can't bring, because people will always try to bring things into the stadium and some are not really allowed.
I think it was a bit of a debate between us to say what do we allow, taking into consideration this is a free event, so everybody and anyone who wants to come and watch football should come through. So I think firstly, bottles and alcohol are not allowed. Let's stay away from that. There'll be stringent measures taking place or put in place at the gates, so those will not be allowed into the facility itself. Your hubbly bubbly, it's very rife in our games. They will have to be parked at the gate, unfortunately. Let's just go and enjoy and support our teams. Just taking the moment as free-minded as we can. But we'll see how it goes on the day.
Hey, plus hubbly was a problem at Clive Solomon. I saw people moving seats because it's just smoke all over the place, and it just affects like people that don't smoke it. But in terms of there are people that also will be concerned about their safety as well, to say will there be very tight security in terms of police presence in the games?
Definitely, we can't miss that aspect. Even tomorrow, I have a Section 4 roundabout at the stadium, so there will be policing, visible policing available. The security, your marshals, they'll be there. Everybody will be taken care of in terms of security-wise. EMS will also be there, not just for the players, but whoever might need attention in and around the stadium. So all of those aspects are taken care of. From the aspect, Vok.
Let's remind our viewers at home, what time do we start on Saturday, and what time will gates be open so that they make sure that they book their proper seat in time?
The first kickoff will be at 9 o'clock. So if you arrive earlier, 7:30, it should be okay, so that you are seated and get comfortable where you are. But that's the first kickoff. The second one, I said it's 11, and then the third and fourth is at 2, not 12 o'clock. And then the last one will be at 4 o'clock. The final will be at 4 o'clock. But it's an early morning. It's an early morning.
An early morning for you guys as well. But Osmosa, look, on a personal level, not on a SFA hate, which team has really impressed you so far? I mean, which team has really caught your attention? It doesn't mean it's favoritism, this is sports, this is football. You happen to really just enjoy seeing a specific team just doing great as well, because I can talk about my favorite. I told you before we started recording which one is my favorite, but I just sort of know which team really that caught your attention, or teams maybe, if that's the case.
One in particular, and this is only based on the fact that last season they did not finish so great. In fact, they were at the bottom. So FC Spartan, they have really upped their game. I joke every now and then with Betemidupi to say, but I deserve an award for this, for my current season's performance. And deservedly so. They have really improved. They're finishing third on the log, third or fourth. So they've really pushed and gathered themselves quite nicely for this season. So we can only hope to see great things from them next season.
And might we also add in the tournament, they actually, went through not the easiest teams that we may think. Their first game was Mangaung United. They shocked everyone. Second game playing against Kopsi. When you look at those games tactically, the teams are doing so well as well. I mean, Kopsi's, you talk about, they also finished third. Mangaung finished top of their stream as well. So it's quite amazing, and you see the squad is very young as well.
Exactly.
And funny enough, that's also the team that caught my attention, by the way.
The younger side.
The younger side,
Yeah,
Spartans, those young boys, 11, 17. I can even pick out players. But
quite young.
Osmosa, you know what? Thank you so much for coming and having this great conversation with us, and thank you to you guys for making sure we have such an amazing tournament. We can't wait for Saturday, and come and enjoy the game.
No, right there, and please, your viewers should come in numbers. We want to fill the stadium and just support our teams. This is a fun game, but let our loving football people come through and just have a joyous day. Easter ya rona re jella molemela this year. So let's all show up and be there for the teams. And thank you for the opportunity given, especially for the federation side. Thank you. We appreciate the support and always being there to promote whatever we do.
Yeah.
So we thank you.
No, thank you so much, Osmosa. Listen, now you're getting I'll talk with this thing. So you'll find us there. But we know that some of you are going to go to church. But after church, the place to be is Dr. Randla Mbulemela Stadium. Make no mistake, you're going to find us there enjoying the game. But as always, I'm not going to leave without saying this. But before I do say this, listen, come in numbers. I repeat, come in numbers and enjoy the game. Because the first two legs that passed, exciting. And you don't want to miss out. But as always, to whom much is given, much is expected. And to whom much is expected, much is required. Every champion that is a champion today was once a contender who refused to give up. I'm Mpixo P, the greatest, the king, the big head. For FS Online channel, this is where we ended. And God willing, I'll see you next time. Ayo.